Hamilton. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll go right back to Glover. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds on his pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
On 2nd down, Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
It's a gain of 17
yards on that connection. 1st down, Philadelphia.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Hurts going to hold on to this one.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone who needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
At the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the 1st points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings
closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 3rd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd and goal for Hurts. That is caught to the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 15. Nice job on the return. She's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Play fake. Prescott. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
That's interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. On the give, it's Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. It's just, he never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
He'll step up and run.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
3rd and inches.
yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Eagles offense ready to possess the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. It is a big play for the Eagles. First down, 35 yards.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
A short throw taken in by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is caught outside on the RPO, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. Trying to lose an eyes in the crowd, juking its way forward for gaining time.
Brings up second and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now, Hurts. And he's in. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Cowboys 7.
So So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their second possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. It's another run here for Williams. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboys 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll get back to Javonte Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On 2nd down, it's him. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tobin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help. Because if he doesn't, we're going to be in for a long day.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 3. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run here with Sanders. Hey, he's got to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
They'll try it now with Sanders. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground, and he's got to have it moments, and they come through.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He keeps it himself.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This one from just under 50 yards. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. We'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give him 14 on that play. One 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
2nd down at their 48-yard line.
So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple as we are ready to get back underway. He takes off, and he'll get past the marker. He's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
1st down, Eagles.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch from contact.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Hurts will try it again. This one is caught by Dotson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
To the air again. Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. Again, Hurts. A pass. Caught by Saquon. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes.
And he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are up to a 21-10 lead.
Eagles 21, Cowboys 10.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. It's been a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal. On the play fake. Dak. This pass right side caught by Lamb. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 7. On the carry, it's Williams. Williams hit and he loses
this, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run it here with Saquon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was brought down at the
And while that
28-yard
run
line.
wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage.
Taken down
It'll
right
bring up
at the
4th
line of
down.
scrimmage. No
Well, we have an
gain on
early
the play.
decision here, Mike. How
It's now
aggressive does
4th
this coach
down.
want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
You know who's gonna find you home? Come on, man, fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in there, up in there. Y'all gonna make me.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. This defense all over this one. They get it down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Prescott. On the move left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and 10.
3rd down and 9. Now Prescott. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
It's the gain on the play.
A huge play for Dallas. It covers 63
First
yards.
and goal at the 7-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
The throw is down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive. It's important. Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. To the air again. Prescott. He'll try and get... And he's in! Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to the Greg with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cowboys are back within 4. It's 21-17.
Cowboys 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. One is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Look wide. Get this one complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Hurts again. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is caught. And they
it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And this one, blown up. Good surge, drop up. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
At the Cowboys' 9-yard
Looked like that
line.
might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That one taken in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. He'll get about 2. And Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Brings up second and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Dak gonna push this one forward. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On third down, Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Cowboys.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. You have guys bearing down on you. Can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
Second down at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 17 yards on that play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Towards the middle, and that's Tolbert. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to...
And he will dive into the end zone. Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. Cowboys will cut the deficit down to 4.
24.
Time, final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Williams. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts going to hold on to this one. So the Eagles lose their first time out here as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The 25-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll take off again. And a nice run close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got his man right side. It's complete.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Open receiver is Dodson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now the Eagles use the last of their timeouts, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll step up and run. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Prescott. Left side. They'll be set up now. Okay, 40 with that one. That's good. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Dak can throw it here on 1st down. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again.
To CD Lamb. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
14 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drop.
First down.
And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That catch puts it over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll go with Williams. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will score again. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think the quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. 3 on the ground, that, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Scott Banks, no rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Williams now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. To start the drive, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We spent so much time by talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On second down, Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. Scott. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. Now, this looks like a design run. Shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield. But this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing is Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
At the 13-yard line. Brings up second down.
Play action now. Prescott. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. Now it's going to bring up third down.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
Third down and 3. Prescott now. He'll try to run forward. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. Nolan Smith in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
extra point.
He's got it. Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead.
Cowboys 38, Eagles
Scott,
28.
thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators. Trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense down as they make their way back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts to the air on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Smith.
Complete to Devontae Smith. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. That's Goddard in motion. On 2nd down, Barkley. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The tackle made back at the
And after that negative
25-yard
run,
line.
I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
16 yards.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the 1st down.
At the 32-yard
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone, I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open Cowboys offense is so difficult to defend. Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Prescott on first down. To the left side, he's got Tobin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the Eagles' 9-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Jordan Davis gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Certain guys just have a knack for finding the ball. In a lot of ways, Mike, you can't even really coach it. We've seen him do it all throughout this game today. Fumble recovery, sack. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his hand on another one and comes down with a pick.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. That is caught by the tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you was the guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys are able to extend the lead. Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
A really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Once again, it's Barkley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run. It's Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. Sam Williams on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Taking off, he'll try to get there. carry that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And an Eagle first down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Well, it's another catch for his favorite target.
Number 6, Devontae Smith. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball.
And he will score! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Eagles 35.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Williams. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On third down, Prescott. In the middle, he's got his man complete. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. First and 10.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On the option, here's Williams. And some good blocking, bringing him a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 57-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. A run up the middle at Sanders. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
He was brought down by Sidney Brown. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. This one, it's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Got the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here comes the Eagles punt team.
For the Eagles.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. First and 10 now from the 36. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
It's third and one, and here's Prescott. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
There's that man again. Another catch. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
In motion, Lamb. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. He's going to be taken down at about midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickett. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. From 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He is met and caught. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? They know that play was coming, because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
That's Jalen Hurts on second down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On third down, it's Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. To the air again. Hurts. Rally caught left side. It's Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds inside first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Hurts will try it again. Looking right side. He's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he will score. Game on. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
The Eagles will set
And in
up
motion
for the
is
two-point
Brown.
conversion.
Hurts again. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. On the play fake. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll drop the throw. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
3rd and 7.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Shut you and I vibe to the food. Like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in a band at a tie. Don't know the west side, give it side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by.
Here's 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Brian
On
Anger
4th down,
in
the
punt
veteran
formation for
Brian
the
Anger
Cowboys.
on a punt for Dallas. Back deep is Avery Williams. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it
taken.
just outside their own 20.
Over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. That's right side. He's got count to Terra. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up second
Defense
and
does a
4.
nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Here's first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson.
Complete to Jahan Dotson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. From the 45-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll step up and run.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's close to another first down. Hurts is brought down just shy of the mark.
Dallas Goddard. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. At the Cowboys' 37-yard line.
They come up for second and 2. Hurts now. Off the throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. The comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.